But now they're stuck outside in a glue wall maze that they need to chuck and break down instantaneously. But the circle is moving towards Buriram. They just need to hang on. And they will get that first defensive spot, but they gotta be really careful with this.
And strong, his teams like the SWAT will not be slowing down. Team Heaven.
Minds though, this is gonna start things off hot here for us, Neptune.
Zito, I mean, like next to each other, both teams might be able to get the first weapon to start it off. Team Falcons though, from Mortar, will they be able to find Onyx Olympus from many of the engagement that we've seen in Nextera? Onyx Olympus potentially, or most of the time, is the target of Team Falcons. Now, onto the other side, WAG meeting up with AG Global, the rivalry that has been happening all throughout this season.
Unfortunate that that engagement did end at least one player's run here, but instant enough with the revival. RRQ on the other hand, scouting out PE Sports outside, I'd say inside of that side. Waiting there with the P90, looking for the flank onto Nolan as well, carrying the Bison.
I mean, not so much of range coming from Bison, but I saw that cord, and the moment Nolan shows up, he will be gunned down. Like damage, range, even stability in terms of shots can be put in, but Team Falcons wants to follow through against Onyx Olympus, and one down already. Adam Kudra will try to save him unless Keroro ends him right here, and well, not quite sure what's happening with Keroro. Probably it's a range, probably it's just the angle, but there's still a chance for a pickup, and Pina would be the one being taken down.
Yeah, okay, now Keroro rushing in here. Is this a smart idea? Up against two players, he gets tagged up, 50 HP. Terrible idea by Keroro, and he pays a big price, forcing the team to play another revival. Keroro committing, although he knew that he didn't get the job done, and there was definitely a pickup. Gade tagged up. Onyx still hasn't lost a player out here just yet. For 39 HP, he's playing with fire.
Lucido with fire. He will be able to snuff out with GOW on that high ground. We saw them in the horizon, but then see that this would be a huge threat against the two teams that's battling it out on the lower ground. But this is what they want. Continuous momentum after grabbing that booyah and stacking more in the point. Now, on deck square right now, AG with 1 point already, dealing with PE Sports, and PE Sports would need two of their teammates revive. But like, AG is not giving them that chance to get close to the vending machine.
Oh, PE. Double revival coming on through. Buriram needs 17 points. Heavy needs 14. Falcons need 13. But of course, RRQ just needs a booyah. As difficult as that is, what a shot from Dian. PSK finding the connection limit down. And confirmed GOW 2 eliminations up. It's so much closer. 18 points away from activating Champion Rush.
Let's see, they'll be able to get that 18 points, or probably a little short and miss that opportunity. But Evos try and take down two. A little bit of footwork coming from the sniper of AG, and he managed to pull away. To where? That is a question, though, on how AG is going to survive this. But seems like with that portal, he managed to get away from the Evos and position themselves to better the White Tigers.
Yeah, but Rasya, though, is on a really good vantage point. But he gets tagged up. Play recovery. The rest of the EVOS players shutting one down. Cypher a little bit too late to the party and won't be able to pull the defense in here. But you, dangerous. Looking for Baros to push Rasya out. And you looking to take advantage from the back, but Rasya shuts down Baros and will stay safe. That fails. Cypher with a double revival. Here comes EVOS trying to snuff out Cypher in a 2v1. Ooh. 17 HP, still survives, but Aim God doesn't let him get away with the M590.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, he managed to bring back teammates, but hopefully they will be able to get away from Evo's Divine. Now, we are seeing hit list after hit list, Evos as well as GOW on the board. And it's Heavy who triggered that for GOW. So Vietnamese team right now is being targeted, hunted, but there's no way out just yet. It's a good thing they're still inside the space of this safe zone, and there's not much of pressure. It was Heavy who felt that pressure, knowing that GOW has vantage point and it's very, very close, so they don't want to deal with that much. Blue closing in. A lot of teams still spread out, but there's also a lot of plenty of real estate to play with, especially in this map.
Falcons, decent high ground, spotting out RRQ. The spray down is there. Kororo and Limit both getting the double tags. Riptide Rhythm breaking down their defenses as well. They can't back away and flank around from the right hand side. Ma'al stuck in the middle. Bye-bye RRQ, they want to say, but Abe still staying alive. Falcons trying to put an end to RRQ right here, right now, as Ma'al expires on fire, rotating around. It looks like the champion rush will go ahead to continue. Abe nowhere close to a revival. Drogon in hand, looking for some sort of a miracle here.
Let's see. I mean, he was trying to go in for a motorcycle, but that would bring him to a lot more of a problem. There goes Valiant Dash rushing in to the time turner and still managed to get away. Abe takes down Limiting 7. He needs to recover, but no! RQ denied the Booyah. And who's the one denying them? The team that is next to achieving that champion rush condition.
Falcons have gotten their priorities right, and they have snuffed out the only team that could bring the competition to an end. Everybody bow down to the Falcons, baby, because we get to enjoy a little bit more. Buriram, on the other hand, the team that needs 17 points out there through eliminations, through placements, either way, as Moshi knocks Putra down to the ground. Wasana, look at this, greedy for the points. Tries to make the rotation first, but he's going to be the scout now as he calls the clear. The rest of the Buriram players joining him as well as they chase down the circle.
Yeah, let's see though. I mean, the chase down doesn't hurt that much. It's only second going third phase of a circle, but as you can see, the movement is not like it's pretty much the same as how the blue is closing as well. The circle is closing as well. On the other side, PE Sports, WAG, Heavy, a three-way civil war is bound to happen, and they end up in the middle of the next phase. And this is troublesome right now for Vietnam. There might not be any survivors out of 3 teams because a lot of teams will be gunning them in a bit.
He was up almost, but all thanks to the electrotherapy. Ray still stands on his feet, almost got knocked down there by the flurry of shots received. Now they're trying to rotate in towards WAG, but Falcons are on this high ground. Could also be, oh goodness me, Falcons is going to be very difficult to cross by. Limit spotting out EVOS, but a good landing time turner here by EVOS. And barricades themselves with the glue walls to make sure they don't become Falcon food.
Definitely, I mean, you know how it is when the Falcons take flight. That would be trouble for a lot of teams. WAG almost being taken down as well because of the pressure being put in not only by Evos, but also from Twisted Mind from earlier. So Riptide Rhythm to break down those glue walls, but WAG managed to get into one of the compounds. They'll fly through on Twisted Mind, and surprisingly, well, I'm grateful that Twisted Mind managed to survive it this long up into the 10th minute. But it will still be trouble if in case one of the teams like Team Falcons or probably Evo's Divine run into that compound once the next phase shows up.
Buriram slowly but surely looking for this next zone. Problem is, it's just so crowded. Making their way in, hoping to not get caught out in the open. Main point running through the minds of the Buriram players. But if they get lucky with the placement of the next circle, at least they still do get to rotate in towards Mortar Ruins. And you can see that's their binoculars, making sure the coast is clear right ahead of them. But for Falcons, this is going to be a bumpy ride.
I mean, not so much of real estate to work with, not so much of opening for them as well. Because of the shots that they've made, there's a little to no chance that they will not be spotted. They will be spotted at this point. But they have a landing spot that is being taken by BTR. And fortunately, it's BTR because they've been hunting them from the beginning and still a challenge against Team Falcons. So they just need to clear the area before they jump in, and that could be a good plan for Team Falcons.
Yep, absolutely do. On the rotation here, looking for Onyx. As Putra backs away. Dew daringly stepping up. But of course, not going to find anything there with that nade. As Cypher now takes the tunnels towards the opposite end. Dew finally spots one. Cypher, what a timing. Takes out Putra. Adam knocked down by Kororo as well. And Onyx, just two more players left on their side. And AG Global uses that opening to get into the circle.
Let's see if this would be an opening for them as well to grab a compound other than a circle. Now, BE Sports, pressure from AGAL exposes their position. Thus, with those throwables, it seems like AGL or AG would be backing away. Bait and switch time coming from Cypher, and Nolan will be taken down. Nero right now will try to go for the pick up, but unfortunately for them, it's just so strong. Rick that rhythm out of Dew clears it up, and Jonah, the only remaining, might be taken down.
Yeah, Dew just helping out his team members there, just clearing the vision. So that the rest of them can take a slam dunk, and it looks like that's what AGAL did. PE Sports, unfortunately, knocked out alongside Onyx.
BTR right now, they've been quiet, too quiet that they haven't had any elimination just yet. But it's good that they have great position, stopping Team Falcons from rushing in, getting that compound. And we've seen Team Falcons drop in that area and win against Onyx Olympus. Now, they are very close. The monster truck might help them move down, especially the circle is moving away from them. Rim United is also away from next phase of the circle, but might need to deal with GOW. So let's see if GOW has already sensed the brew blood brewing at this point.
Absolutely, and the teams that are in the top 5 looking for about 20 points, and one of them is GOW, who needs literally 20 points. Right behind them is Buriram, looking for the activation of Champion Rush as well. A total of 17 points required for Buriram. Heavy on the approach. Also one of the teams that's looking for the points to activate Champion Rush. 15 needed by Heavy. The teams that need it desperately are in battle, and so does Falcons. Looking for AG Global. If AG ends Falcons right here, right now, without giving them a single point, maybe they get to stop the Falcons.
So you know if they can stop the Falcons, it seems like Evening 7 will be spot. Fina is down, and GG! Slow Guerrero remains, is making it, and the wipeout has been done!
What a play by AG! Ending the run of Falcons. Falcons just needing a little bit more, but AG just said hell no. And onto GOW drops Buriram, eliminating them from the run. GOW will not activate that as well.
Let's see now. Let's see, you have 6 teams remaining. AG, the pressure that they have put into Team Falcons is pristine. But now that they have, I would say, 3 players in this fight, they would need to move fast. Wait for that perfect moment to rush in, and it seems like they'll be able to take it. But Brave United is also getting into this chaos in this part of the map. And look who's safe. Team Heavy, far away from everyone.
Yeah, what a rotation here for Buriram. But now they're stuck outside in a glue wall maze that they need to chuck and break down instantaneously. But the circle is moving towards Buriram. They just need to hang on. And they will get that first defensive spot, but they got to be really careful with this.
I mean, they did use that launch pad already. Not quite sure if they still have something on them. They can jump in farther away from everyone else, beat them to it, or just wait for everyone to be able to take advantage of their position. Heavy receiving heavy damage, especially from Moshi, and good distraction indeed. But slowly and surely, Heavy is moving up. Monster Truck in hand. They can steamroll everyone. Riptide Rhythm coming from 2, and Brim United might be in trouble.
A smart play here, instantaneous defensive maneuver, and now AGL being a little distracted by Bigatron, who do have that high ground up against them, but Bigatron not going in there for the full-on commitment, and AG with the first ones on the rotation using the jump pad. Now they've got that high ground advantage. Buriram going up the stairs to meet them as well. The battle between Buriram and AG now finally breaking out as Twisted Minds puts an end to Bigatron.
Yeah, I mean, not so much of elimination coming from Bigatron, and it's just playing with placement at this point. Jonah, though, gets above the rest of the teams. Heavy puts a God Nade and slowly dwindling into the lives of Twisted Mind. But AG going and beating Buriram United and taking the spot for the shot from Moshi. Brings Baros down. The pickup can still be done. And there's no Riptide Rhythm to break down those glue walls.
What an unbelievable play here by the Vietnamese squad of Heavy. Still alive and kicking. They need 15 points. There's a high chance they get their own champion rush activated. Is this the season that Vietnam becomes champions? It's not done just yet. EVOS very close to them as Buriram makes that rotation. Jonah tagged up, but all the boys still up on their feet. Has Twisted Minds, the first game that they've improved in so much, finally comes to an end as they falter in the 5th spot.
Heavy right now moving in. Good position to take. And after that shift in the circle, everyone would be forced out in the open. Only Twisted Mind and AG has a good chance to get close to the center before it eats off their HP. Now, Brim United dealing with Evo's Riptide Rhythm, breaks down those glue walls, and Heavy from the other side. Alan taking advantage of that, stealing away the potential elimination for Brim United, and Heavy still on the roll.
What a play as EVOS gets snuffed out. Heavy with 10 eliminations. They have definitely activated Champion Rush for themselves. Unbelievable effort by Vietnam's Heavy. The sleeping slots did not keep us waiting this time round. The 37% potential win rate here. It's a standoff between 2 Thai squads and 1 from Vietnam. The first one to make the move will be the Circle, leaving AGAL in a pickle. As Buriram takes advantage, get high with the first connection. Kabi drops Baros, confirms the elimination as well. Heavy helping out Buriram. Get high takes down Dew. Cypher the final one. And finally Buriram turning their attention over to Heavy as well.
Hell, let's see. I mean, Wasana already on top of everyone. If in case Heavy would be moving away from those doors, that would be it. But Cypher might have a surprise hit against Moshi, but he went in onto the other side, trying to survive a little bit longer, ganging it up, but unfortunately Moshi hits Cypher down. 4v4 situation, and Brim United Wasana has fallen down. Heavy still alive, but 4 and strong. It seems like the slot will not be slowing down. Team Heavy grabs this booyah against Buriram United.